Okay, so I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the forums and not a lot of clarification and people giving wrong information and things like that for basic musical terms. You want to play guitar, you want to play piano, you want to sing, you want to play in metal bands, you want to play in any band, period, you're going to need to know some basic stuff. Theory is one of those things where you can take it or leave it. If you decide to go further on, you can the rabbit hole goes so far it isn't funny. But you got to know the language a little bit to be able to talk to other musicians. And I figured a basic tutorial on the brass tacks basics, like stuff you learned in elementary school but forgot. Okay. So the musical alphabet is A through G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it recycles itself, and then so it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G again. It has really no beginning or ending, depending on where it starts for the key or the scale. But A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. As they go forward through the alphabet, they ascend, and as they go backwards through the alphabet, they descend. So it would be, pitch would go up with A, B, C, and down with C, B, A. Pitch is how high or low a note is. It refers to frequency, so an A440 is not an A880, excuse me. It's pretty simple. So there's many A's, there's many B's, there's many C's, but the pitches are different. Half steps and whole steps. Half step is going from one note to its closest neighbor, either on a keyboard or a guitar. One fret is a half step on a guitar. One key is a half step on a piano. So you can go a half step up or a half step down, but it's the key or fret right next to the one you're on. It's relative to the one you're on. So a half step up would be, if you're going pitch up or ascending, you would go a half step or one fret up on the fingerboard. A half step down would just be the opposite. A whole step consists of two half steps, and these are the things, whole steps and half steps are how we talk about scales, how we build chords, how you talk about keys, things like that, harmony, everything else kind of gets built off of this. An octave. An octave is 12 half steps, and it spans from one note to the next repeating note. So if it was C, an octave would be C to C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay. So as you notice, there's 8 notes in there. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay? But there are 12 half steps. That's something we're going to get into a little bit later on when it comes to scale theory and things like that, building scales and keys and chord melody. A natural note is literally that, with no suffix to it. So you don't have like an A sharp or an A flat. A natural is just an A, a B, a C, or a D. And any one all the way up through G. A sharp is when if you have a natural note and you say, so you have an A and you want an A sharp, a sharp brings the note up one half step. Okay? Same thing, flat would do the exact opposite. So you're looking at, flat would be, so A flat would be literally one half step, down. Pretty easy to figure out, it's not hard. A scale. So a scale is basically a sequence of notes in key, which we'll get into that later. Key is just a musical term that conveys a bunch of information all at once. We'll get into that in a later video. There's a lot more information than I could put in this one. A scale is a sequence of whole steps and half steps that represents a musical formula. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, we learned when we were in elementary school, is a major scale, and that has a certain specific formula to it that is carried over through every major scale. So you can have a C major scale, which has no sharps or flats in it. You can have an A major scale, which has 3 flats in it. You can have an F major scale, which has 1 flat in it. So that's kind of how that goes, but we'll get into that later on. A chromatic scale, from one note to another, is playing every note in between. Chromatic playing is if I was going to play from A to C, there would be an A, a B, A sharp, a B, and a C. And it goes all the way up through. So it's A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. Check out my next video. If you like what you see, please hit subscribe, hit like, leave me a comment in the comment section below. And if you have any questions or any questions at all, please send them to me if you can. Thanks a lot.